The inpatient unit is unique. It's like the rest of TRU, where we serve the community in many different ways. But in this case, the patients are coming here for us to care for them, where a lot of the different ways that TRU provides services for the community is for us to go to their home or their place of residence. But here they come up to the inpatient unit.
And I was able to meet with Sabrina after she was already enrolled in palliative care, and she had been admitted to the hospital due to unmanaged pain and complications of her cancer. The hospital reached out to me stating that there was a patient here that was severely uncomfortable and asked for me to come and consult and provide options and support to Sabrina in whatever she decides moving forward.
Just meeting her, it was very different than a lot of the patients that we meet. Just her journey in general was different, but she was in a different place. And so that in itself organically allowed us to foster a different relationship with her, more interactive. And she interacted with people like you and I breathe. That was who she was. She wanted to bless the world and be blessed by the world. And there was no mistaking that. And you knew it right away.
I recall another conversation that we had when she was telling me a little bit about herself that resonated throughout her time with all of us for anybody that she interacted with. And that was her learning to appreciate the good things that she had despite her suffering. And she was trying to teach herself and others to embrace the spirit of Christmas. It wasn't about the gifts. It wasn't about being in December. It wasn't about the religious aspect of it. It was about the spirit of Christmas, of celebrating life and the people you have with you, the people you wish you had with you, the gifts that life bestows on us.
I will say this is probably where I learned to live. I've spent a lifetime in other places, but I got my voice in Longmont. And it was due to heavy sickness and stuff. But sometimes you have to have those awakenings to give you a voice to speak.
They told me, you're gonna love her. She's going to be one of those that changes you more than you impact her.
I live in a world of Christmas on a daily basis. And it has brought me joy, not just personal joy, but even joy from the people wishing it. And the people that wish it usually tend to bring their favorite story over the holiday from childhood or adult. So I always say the spirit of that holiday lives generously through people and in a good way.
I remember hearing that our hospice team would regularly go and see her at the nursing facility. And often they couldn't visit her there because she was out living her life. So that's also not the normal association with hospice. People associate hospice with you're staying in a bed and you can't move and we give you medications and that's it. No. She was so comfortable that she was going out to meet friends at Starbucks and coffee shops, and she was living her life as best she could. She was disabled by her illness, but she was still living her life, so much so that the hospice team had to try to find her and arrange times around her social schedule because she was living. She was living, and she was so grateful to be comfortable in order to do so.
To her, connecting with people and just having that relationship was everything. She loved to see pictures. If you went on vacation, you better make sure that you had time to sit aside to sit with her and tell her about it, because you weren't getting away without doing it. And but one thing that she loved to do in a room full of people is she would say, well, and this person, do you know that she did this? And you should see his pictures about this. You know, she would work a room. From a hospital bed, she would work a room just because she loved people.
I'm able to actively go out and still participate because TRU is still active in my life. Just because I'm not in the facility itself that I originally was in to pass, they continue to serve me. Hospice is not what I thought. My experiences have not been what I thought, and I'm continuing to learn and grow. Who knew that I would be getting so many life lessons through TRU?
And she wanted every day to be like Christmas and embracing the spirit of Christmas, because she knew that one day will be her last, and she didn't want to take anything for granted. And she taught, I think, anybody that she interacted with to try not to take things for granted. Because regardless of a cancer diagnosis, for any one of us, it could be our last day. And I think that that's one of the beautiful aspects of doing end-of-life care, is that we get to be around people who recognize that. Sometimes, not always. And then a giant reminder to all of us who have the gift of being in healthy bodies to not take things for granted. Because at any point, ourselves or somebody we care about might not be here.